And we are live. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday again.
I swear these weeks just go like this. Like, it's so crazy. Guys, if you are joining us live, go ahead and drop in where you're joining us from. And if you're watching the replay, give us the hashtag replay. And, you know, Ruth, it's kind of funny. Even though I can't believe it's Thursday, it's one of my favorite days of the week.
Too, because we get to be here with all you wonderful people and share some really great tips about stuff that's happening on social media that's working.
Absolutely. So, all right, I found us in the group finally. So, guys, again, if you are live, drop in where you're joining us from. Also, if you are new to this group, drop us a new. We have got so many new people, and I'm so excited, Ruth. I know my calendar has been full with people scheduling. I think yours has too.
Yesterday was wild. I was on back-to-back Zoom calls all day. It was crazy. It was all good.
Yes, it's so much fun meeting all of you, seeing where you're at in your businesses, seeing what we can do to help you guys move forward. So we are excited for that. And I got to tell you, today's topic is pretty cool. It's something. It's so funny. My husband, you know, is the one who kind of mentioned this to me like in early December, and got on over Christmas and have been checking it out. But it's turned out to be a pretty powerful thing. And the funny part for me is, and he'll get a kick out of this if he listens to this replay, all of us in this house are iPhone users except him. And so, and he's the tech guy, right? So he had the hardest time. One of the people who he works with kept saying, Rob, you got to get on. You got to get on. Well, he pulled out this really old iPad that he had back, you know, because when he does programming, he has to test out on all platforms. So he had a really old iPad. Well, it was so old, he couldn't even update it enough to get on, right? Then he went to my daughter's really old iPhone that was actually broken, and he couldn't get on. And so we're laughing at him because all he wanted to do was get on Clubhouse, and he couldn't because he wasn't an iPhone user.
Poor Rob.
So finally, I gave him my iPad. I wiped it clean, let him log in, and that's what he's been using. And it's just really funny because we said, yeah, you had to come to the dark side. You had to come to our side. So anyway.
So funny. Well, I want to say hi to some people who have joined us. Donna, Jay, Jessica, Dan,
Randy.
Deb, nice to see you here. Shelly, Carmen. And if you're new watching us, guys, make sure you give StreamYard permission so that we can see who's commenting, because it shows up as Facebook user on StreamYard, and we like to call you out by name because we love you.
Yeah, so like here, live from Queen Creek, Facebook user. See, we can't tell who it is, but here we can. So I'm going to go ahead. Actually, let me change the banner, guys, so you can see what to do. But you can give permission there to us. And let me get back to comments. And I see Michelle and Molly and Galen, Sammy, Heather, Marlene, Kelly. Like oh my gosh, we have so many people. This is amazing. So good to see all of you guys. Well, I'm excited. This is a new topic. This is something totally different. Probably a lot of you don't know about this. And so I'm excited to give you guys something new today.
Me too. So I'm going to be the screen sharer today again. So just bear with me here. And we have a short presentation for you, and then we're going to actually do a demo. So just...
And stay tuned to the end, because when you learn a little bit more about Clubhouse, we're going to give away something really special at the end that you're going to realize is like gold, right? So, and you have to be here live to get it. So I apologize to the people watching on replay. But that's okay. You'll like how we do this. You'll still have an opportunity, but the people who are live are going to get opportunity first.
Okay. So I got a lot going on my screen, guys. So just bear with me. Let me pull this up. I don't know why it's not coming up for me.
Heather, right now it does not work for Android. If you are an Android user, right now it doesn't. And we're going to go into a little bit more on why on that in a minute. It will eventually, but not yet.
Okay, I'm getting there, guys. We're not perfect.
Donna, looks like I'm going to have to start using my iPhone. My son walks around with his in his arms all over town.
Yeah, that's too funny. Okay. Come on. Presentation. There you are.
So yeah, so Kelly, as of right now, no, you cannot get on Clubhouse if you're an Android user. So for all you iPhone users, this is going to be your head start on things.
Okay, guys, so we're going to be talking about Clubhouse today. We're going to be talking about what it is, how to use it to grow your business, right?
Guys, so in case we haven't met, obviously we are Trisha and Ruth, and we have been in network marketing for a combined 25 plus years. We build entirely online in our network marketing businesses, right? So using social media. We are both double Comma Club marketing coaches. We are mentally and physically on fire. We are both girl moms. And in the past 3 years, we have coached well over 3,000 struggling network marketers, helping them really get the success that they're looking for in this industry. We are both six-figure income earners, and we are passionate about helping others achieve their dreams and really build that life that they want for themselves.
So this is for you if you're looking for a fresh new audience to connect with, if you're not afraid to speak up every now and then, if you don't like doing live video, and I know some of you out there don't like doing live video, so Clubhouse might be the right place for you. And if you like trying new things, and I love trying new stuff to see what works.
Absolutely. All right. So guys, your job as a leader, right? Think about this. We talk about this a lot, but your job as a leader, if you really have an organization that you're leading, is to stay on top of what's working now in the network marketing industry, right? Because things are changing all the time, and it has to be relevant. There are so many leaders out there that are teaching strategies that worked 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and then they wonder why their teams are struggling and not getting the results that they're looking for. You need to be able to teach your team multiple growth strategies so every personality type can win. Some people like to build, offline still. Like there are people who still want to do that. That's okay. There are still people who want to build through the parties. That's okay. But there are a lot of people who want to do some of the newer ways, use, online marketing strategies. Some like paid strategies, some like organic strategies. Having multiple ways is going to allow you to be able to grow your business better, because then you'll have something for everybody, right? You are never going to hit the top ranks unless you bring a team of people with you. Now, I know we kind of know that in our heads, but guys, it takes a team, right? Like an army, like a city of people to really get through those ranks. You have to be, and you got to be able to help them get through the ranks. It's not just about you getting through the ranks. It's helping them get through the ranks as well. And you're never, and the other thing, guys, you're never going to make it to the top ranks unless your teams know what to do. So again, staying on top of all of this is just really a priority.
And guys, we know you're all leaders, right? And maybe you're not where you want to be at in your business yet, but because you're here with us today, we know you're a leader, and it's just a matter of time and implementing strategies that are going to work for you. So you may be asking, this Clubhouse thing, what is it? Well, first of all, it's a brand new social media platform. It was launched not really all that long ago. And right now there are only 2 million users on it. Think about it. Facebook has a couple of billion users on it. Right now, there's only 2 million on Clubhouse. It's still in beta testing. That's how new it is. And it is literally growing like wildfire. And you know what, Trish, every morning I watch a show called Squawk Box, and it's all about stocks and the markets and what's happening in the markets today and what the new stock, like the hot stocks are. And they had the CEO of Clubhouse on yesterday morning, and they had come up with a valuation for Clubhouse, the company. It's valued at $1 billion right now with only 2 million users. So that's a clue, guys. That's a clue what the markets are saying, what Clubhouse is going to do. It's currently, as we talked about before, it's currently only available on iOS. So you have to have an iPhone or an iPad or an Apple product. It's by invitation only right now. And that's because it's beta, right? They were afraid if they opened it up to the whole world, that millions and millions and millions of people would be flocking onto it and their systems would crash. So they have a controlled rollout right now till their systems are all really up and running and in place. And sometimes when you're on Clubhouse, there's a few little glitches they're working through, which is totally fine. But it's by invitation only. The invitations are like gold, and we're handing out 2 invitations at the end of this presentation. So you're going to want to stay around till the end.
So guys, first of all, I saw somebody said, Kelly said, this is why I hate Apple. This is why I hate, guys, don't be haters, right? First of all, it's not up to Apple. It's people who wrote or who are, have this app. It's that program. So it's not the company. But is it like Facebook and Instagram? Well, in most ways, no, it's not, right? What's really cool about Clubhouse is it's really like an interactive podcast. So if you guys like listening to podcasts, if you like listening to things like that, you're going to love this. But the cool thing is you actually can have the opportunity to speak as well on these platforms. And what's really neat is you can get in rooms with big names of people. Like I know that Elon Musk did a presentation, last week and stuff like that. So you've got the opportunity to hear like top speakers and stuff and be in that same room with them and get on stage. And we're going to go into that more in a minute, but it's very interactive. And I really love that because it's more, in a way, conversational, but it allows people to be able to, add their knowledge, so it's not just the key speaker all the time. You're listening to multiple people within a room, but you really can get almost any topic that's out there and go listen. For those of you who don't like video, this is for you because it isn't video. It's all audio. Everything in there is audio. There's no pictures. There's no written posts. Like it's just listening, right? And really participating at the same time. So it is like Facebook and Instagram because it's a way to gain followers. And you actually we'll go more into that in a minute. But you can make targeted connections in here, allowing you to create relationships, but it's going to allow you to potentially grow your following by being a little more targeted in some of these rooms based on the content that's being discussed.
So how does it work? Clubhouse is based on real live conversations that are conducted within rooms or within rooms within clubs. Okay. So when I say real live conversations, think about a podcast, right? You put a podcast, you put your earbuds in, you turn the podcast on, you listen, right? Well, Clubhouse is an interactive podcast, essentially, where there's speakers on stage. They're either delivering some content or having conversations, and you can actually raise your hand and have a conversation with them. And we're going to talk about how to do that in a second, but a little bit more about the rooms and clubs, okay? In order to set up your own club, you need a topic or a theme. And you actually have to apply to Clubhouse to get approval. And there's a bunch of steps that you have to go through before you can apply, but you can actually set up a club. It could be a women in business club. It could be a successful entrepreneur club. It could be a club around weight loss or fitness, whatever your interest is, you can set up an actual club around it. Now, inside the club, there's various rooms that can be set up. So let's say it's successful female entrepreneurs. Well, there could be a room set up about motivation, or there could be a room set up about wellness as an entrepreneur, or marketing tips for entrepreneurs. So relevant topics within the club can be set up in rooms. It's almost like a big file folder with separate little file folders in it. Now, that being said, anyone can set up a room to get started on the app. You might not be able to set up your club yet, but you can set up a room with a topic, and you can actually start inviting people to your room and having relevant conversations with people. So it's really cool. It's really interactive, and it's actually really fun.
Yeah. So the other thing is, like Instagram and Facebook, you can follow people and then they can follow you back, right? So you can start to gain followers. And you do want to be getting followers, but you want to be getting more targeted followers, right? If you're looking to use it for your business. And the cool thing about this is that you can invite those people to your room or club that you have set up. So the people who you're following, you actually can go in and invite them if you're going to be going live, or you actually can schedule, some of your lives that you're going to be doing on there. And so those conversations within the rooms and clubs, you can start them, like I said, on the fly, or you can schedule them. When you do that, though, you're able to invite these people. And that's pretty cool, because that's what's going to allow your following to grow, because people who follow them may then start to follow you, or as you choose interests and stuff in there, your room or club is going to show up for these people, as will you. So it's really kind of neat. Obviously it's slightly different, because the algorithm's a little bit different on how you do this, but I think it allows you to really be a lot more targeted. And I really love that, because it allows us to connect with the people who we want to be connecting with.
So if you think about the rooms, let's talk about the rooms. Each room has 3 areas. There's the stage. So the stage is the very top part of the app when you're looking in a room. And you're going to see all the people who are on stage. Those are the people who are the presenters, the speakers, or the people who have put up their hand with questions or want to participate in the conversation, who are invited onto the stage. Okay. So the speakers are the very top part of the screen that you'll see. The next part of the screen is the people who are followed by the speakers. So let's say, Eric Worre is on stage and he's following Trish. You're going to see Trish in the followers area. Okay. So if you think about where people are seen first, the speakers are seen first when you're looking at the app. And then the people who are followed by the speakers are seen next. Okay. Then everyone underneath is the audience. And those are the people listening in on the conversation. And if the moderator opens up the room for people to put their hands up, those are the people who are generally putting their hands up to get on stage and have a conversation or ask questions. So those are the 3 areas on the screen that you'll see within a room.
So real quickly, guys, before we go forward, who here is on Clubhouse? If you're on Clubhouse, just drop a CH below, right? So that we know that you're currently on Clubhouse, all right? So again, like Instagram or Facebook, Clubhouse has a bio section, right? A bio section is where you can let people know a little bit about you, who you are, and what it is that you do or offer, right? So the same way that you would on an Instagram profile or on your Facebook profile, you're going to have that same section to give a little bit of information about yourself. And the other thing, and this is what's really cool, is you can also connect both your Instagram and your Twitter accounts. So people can interact with you more closely, but what it's also going to do is it's going to allow you to start gaining followers even over on those platforms, right? It's a way that you might end up getting more followers on that Instagram. I'm getting a lot of CHs. Awesome. Guys, if you are on Clubhouse, go ahead and drop in your username, and we'll share why in a little bit here, because we're going to do something with that.
Okay, so here is our Clubhouse strategy for network marketing. So Clubhouse really is a great place, first of all, to learn, right? So you're going to have people who are incredibly successful on Clubhouse, setting up rooms, teaching strategies, teaching motivation, all that kind of stuff. And you can literally just pop into Clubhouse, scan through the rooms, and see what kind of personal development you might want to do in a day, right? And so I know we teach our team that part of their day should be personal development. And that's a great place to find it, right? Especially if I like to do my personal development audio because I can move around my house, I can get my dishes done, and I'm still listening, right? So it's a great place to learn things, learn new strategies. Secondly, it is a phenomenal place to network. And I got to tell you, Trish, I mean, in the very little time that I've spent on Clubhouse, it's pretty new to me. I've made some amazing connections with people who have followed me on Instagram. We're having conversations now. And that's not always so easy to get just by, popping into someone's Facebook Messenger. So the conversations I've been finding have been really, really targeted and really, really meaningful. So it's a great way to network. Clubhouse is a great way to find your avatar, meet your avatar and like-minded people. It's also a phenomenal way to grow your social media following. This morning, I spent 15 minutes in Clubhouse, and I was in a group of, you could tell they were entrepreneurs, but they were talking about a fitness program that I'm interested in. And of course, I put my hand up, I got on stage, and by the end of that 15 minutes, I had 15 new Instagram followers, and 5 of them had messaged me. Now, they weren't messaging me saying, hey, I want to join your team. They were messaging me to connect, to learn more about each other and create relationship. And that's the way we do this business anyway. It's a relationship business first, and then we see if our company or our opportunity is going to fit with that person. So really, really effective.
I love that, Ruth. And I just want to add to that too, that some of the things that I've seen by being on there sometimes is I've actually seen people closing deals in rooms, right? Deals actually being closed live in rooms, which is really crazy. Now, that's not the majority of what you see, but the fact is it is happening. And, but it is such a great way to connect to some of those newer people. And again, I love it too, Ruth, because I like to do a lot of my personal development first thing in the morning. And I do a lot of reading throughout the day, but when I'm, getting ready in the morning, I like to listen to something positive. And so being able to, plug into one of those rooms to be listening to personal development while getting ready, it's so simple. And again, you usually pick up followers while doing it.
Absolutely. Especially if you're on stage.
Yes, exactly.
And that's our next slide.
So guys, some of the keys to maximizing on Clubhouse, right, is 1, find rooms where your avatar hangs out. Now, those of you who are newer to our group, if you're not sure what that is, we've got lots of training in here about who your avatar is and, finding them. But I really feel that on Clubhouse, it's easier than ever to be able to find rooms where your avatar is going to hang out. The second way is to interact, right? Just like Ruth was saying, raise your hand, get on stage with, because when you're getting on stage, the people who are listening will end up following you, right? So they're going to follow you on your Instagram, they're going to follow you on Clubhouse, and you are able to get real conversations happening from there. So I really, really love this. I feel like it's such a great way to be so genuine, because when people hear your voice, when they hear what you've got to contribute, they automatically kind of raise the bar on what they think of you, and they're going to want to follow you to learn more about what you've got to offer, especially if they like what they've heard. The third thing is follow the speakers and they will follow you back. So a lot of times as you're following the speakers in these rooms, it's going to allow you, they're going to in turn follow you back. So it's going to help you gain more followers at the same time. And when you're followed by the speakers, like Ruth was saying before, when she was talking about the different levels of how you see people, it's going to give you some authority because you're going to show up on that second most seen place, right? So you're going to stand out. And when people who are just listening or looking and going, oh, the speaker is following them the speaker's following them as well. Okay, maybe I should follow them as well, right? So again, it's going to just give you that authority for people to think that they need to be following you as well. And I really do like that. And what's going to happen too is once they follow you, they're going to come check you out a little bit more, right? They're going to read your bio. They're going to probably go stalk your Instagram. But what's going to happen when they connect, they're going to now be seeing more of your content, which is going to allow you to really build know, like, and trust with more people. And the other thing is to really go out and follow other people who are following your avatar, follow other people who are your avatar, and they're going to be able to take notice and follow you back. So really focusing again on who is that perfect prospect, who is that person who you want to be attracting into your business, and go out and target those people by following them and then beginning them to follow you back as well.
So you may be asking yourself, is Clubhouse worth my time? Here's the thing, guys. A lot of you are new to the way we teach marketing on social media. So if you haven't mastered Facebook or Instagram, then don't get too distracted by Clubhouse. My biggest advice is set yourself a time limit. So if you're curious about it, if you'd like to do some personal development on it, if you'd like to start making some connections, then set a clock. 15 minutes personal development, 15 minutes interacting with people, maybe putting your hand up to be a speaker on a stage, making some connections, and get off it, because literally it can suck time. You don't want to get sucked into the Clubhouse vortex. And some of these rooms, they go on for 24 hours because people are just popping in onto the stage, and it's almost like a marathon. You know, the room is on forever and time can go by, and we need to be doing income producing activities with our time. Now, personal development is important. Making new connections and creating relationships is income producing activity, right? But if you haven't mastered one social media platform yet, then likely you should be spending your time on the one you feel most comfortable with, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn, and then spend a little bit of time on Clubhouse and just get the feel for it. If you are comfortable with your Facebook and Instagram strategies and you are looking for a way to expand your audience, connect with good people who are your avatar, then go for it. Because as Trish said, people are making real connections. They're doing business. And I find the Clubhouse environment, from what I've experienced anyway, very, very professional. I mean, people are on there, they're entrepreneurial, and they're looking to make relationships. They understand that, and they're pretty darn open to having conversations. So, so go for it.
Yeah. And just to add a little bit to that too, just know that you wouldn't want to use this platform by itself. Right? One of the things that you want is you would want to incorporate this with what you've already got, right? So like we said, you know, if you haven't mastered yet, don't go out and try and just master this and let the other stuff go. This is something that's going to help grow your audiences on the places that you already are. So it's just allowing you to expand. And I just saw there were a few questions here, Ruth, I wanted to, before we move on. So someone says, hang on. We go back. She had two questions. So I think the first one was, yes, first of all, it's only listening, right? There's no video at all. As far as the devices, I believe it's iPhone and iPad. I don't think you can use it on a MacBook. At least when it first started, you couldn't. Has that changed, Ruth?
Honestly, I don't know. Okay. I've only used it on my iPad and my iPhone, so I don't know the answer to that.
I don't think you can, only because Rob does have a MacBook and he still couldn't get us. So.
Okay. Sure.
But it could have changed, right? It could have changed. And then the other, you know, do you have to get an invite to get on? Yes, right? That's the thing. You have to have an invite. It's an exclusive invite.
Now, one thing to note, if you don't have an invite, you still can reserve your name. So I would recommend, you know, if you do want to start using Clubhouse, you don't have an invite yet, download the app, reserve your username so that you have it, right? Because Clubhouse, guys, is exploding. It's like, it's going crazy through this invite sort of process. But as soon as it opens, you're going to want to make sure you secure your name.
Yep. Great point. And someone just said here as well, Jen says, no app for MacBook. Yeah, I didn't think there was, but just thank you for confirming that. I appreciate it.
So I'm going to do a little Clubhouse demo. Now you're going to watch me struggle with screen sharing everything. So just bear with me, guys. I'll be right here with you in a second.
Yeah, guys. So I know a lot of you are like, how do I get an invite? How do I get an invite? Stay tuned. We've got a great way at the end. We're going to share a really great strategy with you. We're going to share something that's going to help you guys. And we're going to be giving away 2 invites, but we're going to show you or really just kind of tell you a strategy that just by being on here today will be beneficial to helping you get started. Love your background photo, Ruth. I have to change mine because that was mine too. I had to change it though.
I'm getting ready to travel, Trish. Okay, so down at the bottom in the middle, you can see Clubhouse.
Yep, that's the icon, guys. A lot of you are asking what the app looked like. That was it.
Okay, so when you log into Clubhouse, this is what you are going to first see. And this is the list of rooms that are actually happening right now. And as you can see, we've got a club called Women in Business, and a room is going on right now. There's another room in Women in Business called Your Guide to Instagram Guides, Humble Boss Women. These are all in the Women in Business Club. And let me scroll here. They have a lot of rooms going on. Oh, somebody just invited me. Someone just scheduled a room. So I got a notification there. Here's another club called Breakfast with Champions. And you can see social media show, video marketing Q&A. So there's a lot of different kinds of clubs, and they're not limited to entrepreneurial. There's fitness clubs and all types of clubs out there. And when you start Clubhouse, you can actually select what your interests are, and they'll start putting various clubs in front of you for you to join. The next thing I want to show you is well, let's just pop into a club so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to pop into a club that has, I'm going to look for a big one here. This one's a decent size. This one has 472 people in it with 32 people on the stage. So let's click on this club. And here we are inside. So the stage area, guys, is these first people you're seeing. These are the speakers, the moderators, and they're the first people you see. So as you're coming in the room, the natural tendency of people is to check these people out and follow them. That's why it's important to put your hand up and get on stage. And sometimes I'll tell you, there'll be like 15 people asking questions before you, and you can literally sit on stage for an hour and not have to participate and leave.
Get followers doing it.
Too nervous to ask. Okay, this next section is followed by the speakers. So these are people who the speakers follow. They're the next set of people that people see. And if you think about it, you go, oh, wow, the speakers are following these people. These people must have some kind of authority. So the natural tendency, of course, is to check them out and to follow them, right? So that's the way you can get followers. And these are all the other people in the room who are sitting and listening and maybe doing some personal development or maybe procrastinating whether they want to put their hand up. So in order to put your hand up, I don't know if they're allowing anyone else on stage, but I'll give it a try. That little hand in the bottom right-hand corner, you would just click on it, and the speakers are going to let me speak. So I'm going to actually leave quietly so that, because I can't speak right now. But that's how you do it, okay? The next thing I want to show you is that you can actually start a room. So in order to start a room, you would press the Start a Room button. And I like to start open rooms so that anybody can come in. You can also start a room in some clubs that you are in. So I could start a room within the Women in Business Club and get some of the people who are in that club to join my room. So in order to start a room, I would hit let's go. And there's my room. Right now, no one's in my room, but I can actually, by clicking the 3 dots on the top right, I can search for people, but I can also add people with a little plus sign there, and I can ping them. So if these are all of the people some people I follow, like I could ping Trish and it would send her a text message. I could ping Carla because that little green dot says she's actually got the Clubhouse app open. So that's how you would start a room. I'm going to leave quietly again. I'm the only one in the room, and I'm going to end it. And that's how rooms work. Now, in order to start a club, you have to meet certain requirements. You have had to have set up at least 3 scheduled rooms, and then you apply to Clubhouse to set up a club. And the other thing I want to show you real quick is you can schedule rooms. These are all the active people on Clubhouse, but you can actually, these are upcoming events, and you can schedule a room in the top right hand, that little plus sign, you can schedule a room. So let's say I want to do a room about entrepreneurship. I would put in the event name in there, entrepreneurship. I'm not going to type the whole thing. And I would select the time today. I could add a co-host or guest. I could actually pick a host club. I could pick women in business to host it. And that's how you start a scheduled room.
And Ruth, can you show your bio as well?
Yeah. So up on the top right, that little picture of me, I'm going to click on that. And this is my bio. I don't have many followers yet. I'm just starting this. But basically, I tell people a little bit about who I am and what I do. I help network marketing leaders scale their businesses and compress time by implementing a proven team system. I put in my link to Tap Link. It's the same link I have on Instagram that directs people to book a call with me or join social networking professionals. It points them to a couple of places. And then I tell people a little bit about me: social media investor, serial entrepreneur, CrossFit gym owner, CPA, Ironman triathlete, co-founder of Social Networking Professionals with the link. But you'll notice that you can't hyperlink on Clubhouse. They're not clickable links. So what you want to do is you want to attach your Instagram and your Twitter, because that's where it's like a funnel, right? So from there, people can click on my Instagram. It'll pull up my Instagram. And on my Instagram, they're going to be able to connect closer with me. They'll be able to follow me. They could send me a direct message. They'll start seeing some of my marketing and start getting to know me a little bit. So this morning, I gained a bunch of followers just from sitting on Clubhouse for half an hour. So it's a great way to meet great people, targeted people, and gain following and create relationship.
Actually, Ruth, before you, can you go back and share one more time? People miss the app icon. If you don't mind just showing what that looks like.
Sure. Yeah. Let me go back to the share.
Have fun with that.
Okay. Bear with me, guys.
Yeah, so I love it too, guys. Some people have followed us. So we're going to show you a way to kind of grow. We're going to all help each other here get some more followers, right? We're going to show you the way to do it so you guys can get some followers right off the bat.
So that's the Clubhouse. That's what it looks like. The one in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle and the bottom. It looks like, see the guy there on it. So it's like a black and white photo on there. Okay, so that's what it looks like.
Guitar. Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome.
Perfect.
I love it. So guys, is this helpful so far? If you're getting value, drop us a value. All right. And this is going to be fun. And just so you guys know too, once you guys are followers of ours, when you get on that platform, we do go live on there, and we're going to, we're going to be doing more regularly scheduled talks and stuff on there. And so you're going to want to follow us because we're always going to be dropping some good value. You know that.
Perfect. Right. So what we want to do today is Clubhouse invites are few and far between, and they're like gold. So people tend to hang on to them, but we want to give 2 away. So I've got a few invites. Trish has a few invites, and we are each giving an invite away to the first 2 people who drop an invite. So drop an invite in the comments if you want it. You got to be live to get it. And we will send you through private messenger an invite to Clubhouse. When you do join Clubhouse, make sure you follow us so we can connect with you. And also, the other thing is, once you're invited, you will get invitations from Clubhouse that you can give out. What we're going to ask you to do is please invite someone who commented invite after you. It's like an invite train. So let's say that, let's do an example, Trish.
Yes, that would be great. And we want to give you guys our links as well so that you can make sure to follow us.
So we have, I can't see who it is. It says Facebook user.
Let me look here on my phone. The very first one was Jenna Amaral. I can't remember how to pronounce your last name, Jenna. I apologize. But Jenna Amaral.
Okay, so Jenna is going to get an invite. And Jenna, when you get an invite, you're going to sign up for Clubhouse. You're going to follow me and Trish. And then Clubhouse is going to give you an invitation. And we're going to ask that you invite, I can't see who the next one.
The next one was Michelle. So one of us can send one to Jenna. One of us will send one to Michelle. And what we will do, guys, is we will comment in there sending you the invite, right? And we're going to give you our ID so that you can go follow us as well. But then when you go back into the feed here to see, make sure you comment that you're sending that person the invite and that you're going to message them, right? Because we want to make sure that we don't have any wasted invites. We don't want people, we want to make sure that everybody sees, okay, this person's already getting one, right? So make sure to comment on there. The one thing is, I think when you do the invite, you're going to need, I believe, the phone number of the person. Is that accurate, Ruth? Right. Yes. So you guys will have to exchange a little bit of information in Messenger to make this happen. But then let's come back. Let's get this whole train going. And then the other thing is, guys, share your usernames once you get set up, and let's go back and follow people. Let's support all of us as, people here, entrepreneurs in the business, and comment on there when you have followed somebody. Okay, so that we know that you've done it, and obviously put your name in so we can come back and follow you as well. So yes, pay it forward. That's what we want to be doing, is really paying it forward and helping you guys all get a good number of followers to start with.
So guys, imagine if through this invite train, we could get everybody in social networking professionals invited to Clubhouse and following each other. You would have over 2,000 followers. It would give you authority. You would be able to have people to invite to rooms, and you would be able to create great relationships with people. So let's keep the invite train going. If you get an invite, give an invite.
I love it. I see lots of invites. And,
awesome.
And as you start to do more things in Clubhouse, you'll be awarded some more invites. But it's not like you get 100 of them. You get like one at a time, right? When you sign up, everybody gets one invite. So that's why we want to make sure that we aren't wasting any invites along the way, that we're commenting to the person, exchanging whatever information we need so that we all benefit from this, right? And that way you guys come on as brand new users getting hundreds of people right away. How cool is that? Right? I love it. I love it. Carla says, you ladies inspired me. Just talked in my first room. That's amazing. Awesome. That is great, guys. So, guys, we are so excited about this. Let's go ahead again. We'll drop in the comments, but mine is obviously at Trisha Berzera. Ruth's is at Ruth Sheridan. And, follow us. Let's get this little train going. And back. Yeah. So, and guys, if you found this training valuable today, drop us some hearts, right? Drop us some hearts. Let us know. We are always here to help you guys and really allow you to, really grow your business in multiple ways. But we really want to give you the content you need to be able to go out and do that. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed today's training.
Have an awesome day, guys. And we will be back next week, and see you on Clubhouse.
Bye.